Agatin chitab Kalenjin en utulele geren kitesioni agobo roindo ne inegen neotochin en logoiwekab emet en koindo kainenyun ko Daisy Lang'ata. Ngetown en logoiwek county nebo Nakuru ole tesetai tetutik chebo kabartaet nebo tuguk chebo kabatisiet. Noton ko SK show nebo Nakuru. Tetat kotoige en tarikit agenge agoi tarikit nebo 5 en arawet noton nebo 7 en kenyini. Lekakimwange kampunisiek ak kibagengeisiek cheterter. Tabogol agenge akonom chetetat kobata tugukwak chebo kabatisiet. Telelet nebo kabartaet nebo kenyili ko ng'olyot noton nebo keboisien muswoknotet nebo kasari en kanaptaet nebo kabatisiet ak chenget nebo walutik chebo kaimutik chebune biikab emoni en sekta nebo kabatisiet. Kakusikong en koindo sirindenyon Isaac Cheruyot.
Kosubkei ak afisaek chebo SK Nakuru ko tetat komongei kampunisiek ak kibagengeisiek cheite 150 chetetat kobarta tugukwak.
Various stakeholders na exhibitors wamefika wa showground, matayarisho inaendelea. Kama hapa tuko ni study one of the exhibitors, the Kenya Seed, wanaendelea matayarisho so that by the time we come to the show the preparations will be complete.
Taban nebo kampunisiek ak kibagengeisiek kotetat koitita igorotok biik cheite 1,150 ak sukulisiek 1,000 ole kamwa ichek kole chobotin kotach ak koker kole kaisulda kaborunoik chotok. Tamwa nebo kecheret Paminas Migwi kole kaborunoik chotok bo kenyini kotononen ng'olyot nebo koboisien muswoknotetab kasari kekanapta kabatisiet ak chengetab walutiet nebo kaimutik chebune emet.
Tunatarajia wakulima wetu katika mkoa huu wa Rift Valley na Central Rift Region wakuja kwa wingi waweze kusoma mambo ya teknolojia na innovation ambayo itawasaidia kuinua kilimo yao. Na tunajua Nakuru ni sehemu ya kilimo. Agriculture is very important in this county, both in cereal production, vegetable production, and green legumes.
So we are expecting over 1,000 schools. And why are we targeting schools also? Because this is like a big laboratory. It's like a big laboratory for schools. Whatever they learn in school, in theory, they come here to see it practically. And more so in this advent of CBC curriculum, where when they come here now they can see things practically.
Kosubkei ak noto ko kakisom biikab emet komongei ak kobwa konetkei ak missing kotes naet nebo tetutik chebo kabatisiet. Logoiwekab emet chebo Nenyon TV kong'eten county nebo Nakuru, kainanyun ko Isaac Cheruyot.
Kongoi missing sirindenyon Isaac Cheruyot kobun county nebo Nakuru. Ngetokyingei county nebo Bomet ole niton ko kurset ko tiketik chebo boda en county inoton. Koker kole kiribegei ak kosubi ng'atutik chebo oret en kasarta nesuldaen boisionikwak. Ko oret agenge nebo keker kele kakimuch keregunen yautik anan nyasutik choton chebo oratinwek. Ngenyorun Mark Kiptoo.
Kimiten riders ako miten je private. Nguni ko changa vijana kimengechen en Bomet County chetamu kure swabaek ala tamu kure ne nyono kule. Ko lochu ko loga biik ko mongwe sukul kunyo rabinik haraka ko chang pikipikishek. Le roita barabara kurwai en oret nekerle matindo kamangunet en bandab koron. Eche biikab pikipiki kechenge so kibendi pole pole. Chiko kone chachali missing en Bomet County, chiko kekonor en Bomet County ko lok chon kibore swabaek. Osomo ko lok swabaek ala biik chon ching rabinik ora nongen oche rabinik o al pikipiki o pole en oret jo Bomet. An otegis bandab barabara mengen kole ibo kamngo. Pikipiki mengen kole ibo kamngo. So yon kainamge pikipiki ibo ngalekab maiwek. Matiyom ngalekab maiwek ak ngalekab pikipiki.
Konamgei ak yautik chebo chorsetab bodaboda garisiek nekokolany barak en county nebo Bomet ko kamwa kole kong'ololchin ak ribikab kalyet asikokimit chikilisiet kotinygei ak noton.
Kitinye twin next week nebo nekiyak county commissioner, county commander ne koker kele chorsani ko pikipikishek ko kokoet missing ak garisiek. So kaya kiburin biikab pikipikishek ndamun echek ko security nekiribe Bomet ko kaya kiburin ak kenai kele kepangan stageshek tugul en Bomet County. Every stage kondo membership nenyinet singonyo chito stage kotor kenai kele ng'o chichi ako tokyingei ano ako wendi ano.
Kong'ololi en kiwanjetab ureriosiek nebo Silibwet en koning'oten ng'atutik nebo Bomet kwen county nebo Bomet kasarta nekokochin service nemokiyoche kiy age tugul ketikab pikipikishek.
Kalma kongoi kabisa. Echek ko kampunitab Bajaj ko cham kebendoti en taonisiek tugul ketembeleanjini riders chechok ak kiachini service kouni akoker miten betutab raini ketinye lengo agenge kikuren heart, pocket and mind en kipsigis ko kabwatutik ak muguleldo ak mabuket rabinik. So emetab raini kit nekakiyai ko kikochini free service biikab boda boda.
Ngeten county noton nebo Bomet haripoti nyini logoiwekab emet chebo Nenyon TV kikurenon Mark Kipto.
Kongoi mising Mark Kipto ingetokingei county nebo Narok kole minister en ministry noton nebo kimnatosiek ak mwanik ko Pio Wandai kokimite kole miten kamangunet nebo korek alet noton nebo mwanik en arawet noton nenyone kosibkei ak koyonchinet noton nekoimuch kosirchin nebo kokimitet nebo kalet en emet nebo United States ak noton nebo Iran ole mwoe kole niton kobendi kokere ole kakimuch kekanapta tetutik choton chebo kalet ak kora kenyor mwanik cheyomotin. Mwoe kole niton kowendi kora kokere ole kakimuch keyat kebeberta noton nebo Hormuz Maritime Route nekotam boisien en ibunet nebo mwanik koit emoni. Kong'ololi Opiyo Wandai en county noton nebo Narok anan kokwet nebo Dorobo nemi wardit nebo Mosiro en Narok kong'asisa en kasarta noton nekaimuch kousiko kayaptaet noton nebo kimnotet nebo stimet noton ko last mile connectivity.
Is coming against the backdrop of the recent announcement of petroleum prices by EPRA. Those prices would definitely have been much higher, especially for diesel and kerosene. But because of the intervention by the government through the Petroleum Development Levy, we have been able to reduce the price of diesel by 10 shillings per litre and maintain the price of kerosene. We are hopeful that in the wake of the truce between the USA and Iran, the global market of petroleum products is going to stabilize and normalcy is going to resume in the fullness of time. If and when that happens, the benefits will definitely accrue to Kenyan consumers. And as government, we remain their guarantor. Yes, we remain their guarantor. We just want to call for understanding as with the situation. So by and large, we are looking forward to better times if we can just unite as a country and support the government in its initiatives. Thank you very much.
Is the government considering the long-term reforms to stabilize the prices?
Well, you know we are doing a lot of things. Yes, in the energy and petroleum sectors. First and foremost, you know the government petroleum importation framework has really been helpful. Yes, in ensuring that we go through this process, these times, without much stress. We are going to strengthen that framework. Secondly, we are working with the private sector in the long term to ensure that we have got to petroleum strategic reserve, okay, in the country. But more critically, in the longer term, again, there are talks and there are plans to establish a regional refinery.
Tabanang logo ichatan gonitan gotoretindet nebo president Farouk Kibet olaga gotortisiet kandoik chemi kebeberta nechikili serikali ana opposition kosibkei ak nemwoe kole tesetai koyapta bolatet noton nebo terchinet en kwenut nebo biikab emoni. Kong'ololi en cherongo nebo emoni komwa Farouk kole magat en kandoik tugul chekilewen koker kole mitei tai koyapta bolatet neimuche kibagenge biikab emet kou en takyin noton nebo serikalit nebo Kenya Kwanza nebo kituyo kandoik tugul en serikalit nebo kibagenge noton ko broad based government.
Nyinyi mmekuja magharibi, mmekosa watu, mnapika watoto ya shule na basi. Shetani ashindwe ama asishindwe? Yani mnakasirikia watu ya Western kwa sababu hawakujitokeza, kwa sababu nia yenu na tabia yenu ya upinzani na ukabila. Watu ya Western si watu wa kabila. Mliwaambia watu ya Western mambo ya shares. Mnakuja hapa mmekosa watu. Sasa mnaenda mnapiga watoto pale Harambee na kupiga mambo ya basi. Na uliza Masengeli, sheria hata iwe ni mimi nisifunje sheria kwa sababu ati niko kwa serikali. Na wewe mtu ya upinzani usifanye kiburi ambaye tunaona imezidi. Ati wewe unatoka kule na shares, umekosa watu Western, umekasirika mpaka unapiga magari ya shule. Ashindwe ama asishindwe? Hapa na bakolo tuende mbele. Mnasema tuende pamoja ama tutengane? Tuende pamoja. Barabara ya Wangwe, barabara ya William Ruto, barabara ya Italanyi, barabara ya watu wote hapa chini. Hawa nasikia wapinzani wananilaumu. Wanasema kwa nini unatakia Waluya wawe president? Mimi niwaulize nyinyi jamii ya Waluya. Baada ya William Ruto Nyinyi mungetaka kuongoza hii taifa ama mungetaka kuongoza? Nawauliza, mungetaka kuongoza taifa ama mungetaka? Wale wanatulaumu kwamba uongozi isije magharibi, washindwe ama wasishindwe? Wao walikuwa wanatangatanga hapa, lakini hawajui jamii ya Waluhya pia ni Wakenya sawa.
En logoiwek chetinye ak tililindo kokimiti ministry nebo tililindo en emoni kole kokonde tetutik chekikirindoen miondo noton nebo Ebola. Koketestai keboronji en emotinwek alak chebo Afrika cheboto emet nebo DRC ak emet nebo Uganda. Ole koyen nguni ko biik 141 chekokobet sobet. Kong'ololi en kasarta nekaimuch koyai tuyet nebo kila wikit komwa sirindet en ministry nebo tililindo Mary Muthoni kole en counties 25 chebo emoni komiten afisaek choton chebo tililindo chito 300 niton kosuldoen chikilisiet ako ikimite kora kole en kiwatosiek chechutu emoni kobun emotinwek chebo sang kesuldoen chikilisiet noton nekima. Mwae kole ako yen nguni kokemuch kechikil biik 3,000 chechutu emoni kobaten mamiten age tugul nekokimuch kenyorchi miondo noton nebo Ebola.
And we must ensure that the mapped up surge staff are ready for immediate deployment to continue to support the in-person trainings in the high-risk counties like Busia, Turkana, Trans Nzoia, and many other places, including Nairobi and Mombasa counties.
Kenya has not reported any Ebola virus disease case as of 13th June 2026. Cumulatively, and I know the numbers maybe will change today once we receive the reports. Cumulatively, as at 13th, we have 91 samples from 88 alerts that have been tested, and all have actually tested negative. And the samples were received from Nairobi, being the highest with 61, Uasin Gishu 8, Garissa 4, Busia 3, Kiambu 2, Kisumu 2, Nyeri 2, Kilifi 2, Bungoma 2, Nakuru, Nyamira, West Pokot, Wajir, Laikipia have reported, each of those counties have had one sample.
En logoiwek alak kokatachen betutab rani President William Ruto report netinyegei ak kakeranet anan repatriation nebo ichek kikimuch keng'em imandanywan. Kasarta noton nebo bonwek chebo oret chekikisuldaen en emoni. Koikoito report noton nebo ng'echeret en commission nebo imanda Professor Makau Mutua. Ole niton ko igorto nekakimuch keyai en kotab bororiot Nairobi. Kosubkei ak President William Ruto komwoe kole kokotaban serikalit nebo emoni chepkondok silingisiek bilion 2 chekibendi kekeroni biik chekimuch konyor kakotinosiek anan ko chekibet sobonwekwak kasarta noton nebo bonwek chebo oret.
This framework represents a major milestone in protecting the rights of those harmed during protests, advancing social reconciliation, providing redress for victims, and strengthening our democracy. As a demonstration of our commitment, we have already allocated Kenya shillings 2 billion towards compensation and reparation for those who have suffered verified harm arising from protests and unrest, including affected families, injured citizens, businesses lost, and law enforcement officers injured in the course of their duties. No amount of money could ever be. The Kenya shillings 2 billion we have committed cannot replace a son or a daughter. It cannot restore years and lot of trauma. It cannot fully compensate a family, a trader, or a community for all that has been taken away from them. What it does represent is the state's acknowledgement that harm occurred, that victims matter, and that a nation heals by tending to its wounds rather than pretending they do not exist. Nor is this redress a reward for violence, looting, criminality, or unlawful conduct. Neither should it be understood as a license for disorder on one hand, or excesses and violations of rights.
Kitab Kalenjin kawagunetab kay nebo logoiwek choton noton ko ngalalet President William Ruto ko kagiwango logoiwekab emet en koindo. Kainenyon ko Daisy Langat dastagir ketesioni amon kimi.